Hey everyone, and welcome to the Alba Method. Thanks so much for joining me for this yoga flow. Make sure you're hitting that like button if you like this video, and if you want to see more videos by me, please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and that alert bell so you don't miss anything. That's how you support me for free and to continue moving with me. So today's flow is all about strength and stability while also maintaining that kind of suppleness and pliability within the body and the breath. We'll be building the flow and building heat in the body with more loaded, stagnant movements, and then continue to flow as our body begins to recognize these poses. We're really going to be utilizing our feet and our legs today, so make sure you're really concentrating on your feet and your leg muscles and building from the ground up. I won't be doing any chaturanga push-ups in today's flow. Feel free to add them into your vinyasa if you'd like. I'm still working on my neck and shoulder, which is why I'm going to be avoiding them today. And if you need anything else for today's session, blocks or a strap, go ahead and grab that now, and when you're ready, I'll meet you there. All right, today we're going to start in a tabletop position. So go ahead and come to all fours. And I want you to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, hips over the knees. And we're going to start with the tops of the feet down. If this is too painful, you can always keep the toes tucked under. But we're going to work on switching back and forth between the tops of the feet and tucking the toes under to start to warm up, bring some awareness to that area. So start by just pressing gently through the outer edges of the feet if you can, and kind of activating through the knees. And just notice what you feel here as you start to kind of gently activate through the fingertips and press into the mat. And we don't want to be rigid or stiff in the movement. We just want to find some activation, some energy. Keeping the neck somewhat relaxed, start to pull the low belly button in and up as you maintain a nice soft, steady gaze. Take a breath in, filling up the rib cage, filling up the sides, and just gently exhale as you start to melt your chest down towards the mat. Start to shrug your shoulders gently up to the ears. And then pushing through the heels of the hands, start to push the ground away, finding almost a little bit of a rounding through the spine, not anything super big. Start to take your gaze down and just that space right between the shoulder blades. Breathe into that space, opening and widening through the shoulders, through the shoulder blades. And then gently start to melt the chest, just moving right through the shoulder joint, shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears, melting the chest. And then pushing through the earth to bring the shoulder blades away from each other. Start to exaggerate the movement. Now coming into a cat round spine. Keep pushing through the knees as you drop the sit bones down towards the mat. Keep pushing into each fingertip as you take the gaze right between the thighs. Take a breath. Exhale nice and slow. Start to melt your chest towards the mat. Not collapsing in the belly, but using that energy to push into the hands as you start to draw the heart forward. Start to gently lift the gaze, not looking all the way up, but looking straight in front of you. And then do that one more time, nice and slow, finding a cat round spine, moving through every piece of that puzzle. Keep pushing through the hands, keep pressing through the shins, push the ground away from you. And then slowly soften, moving supple through the spine. Feel that arch in the low back as you lift the gaze, stretch the neck, get the shoulders away from your ears. And then find a nice neutral position here. Good, so bring the hands underneath the shoulders ever so slightly. Start to activate through the low belly. So really pull the belly in and up, tucking your tail underneath you ever so slightly. Start to press through the tops of the knees, tops of the feet. See if you can press so much that you could hover those knees right off the mat. And then release. Tuck your toes under and sit your hips back towards your heels, taking a little foot stretch here. We're going to start making some clockwise circles, so moving through the wrists, start to move the hips. And again, we want to keep the hands, the knees, and the feet stable as we just move gently through the shoulders. Taking a few rounds in one direction, and then when you're ready, switch direction, taking the hips back towards the heels. Getting that full rotation, that stretch through the wrists, keeping your breath fluid. Staying aware, paying attention to what you're doing. When you feel balanced, go ahead and come back to your center. Finding that neutral spine. So the low ribs pull in ever so slightly. You want to push gently through each fingertip. Start to tuck your toes under. Get strong. Start to lift those knees and hover them right off the mat, about 2 inches. Keep your gaze right between your thumbs. Continue to press into the earth, pulling the shoulder blades away from each other. Feel that core engage. Low ribs continue to pull in. Take a breath. Gently release those knees to the mat. Go ahead and take your left foot back. Take your right arm forward, finding spinal balance. Start by flexing the foot. Just take a few ankle circles and wrist circles in one direction and the other direction. Again, just warming up the body, warming up the joints. Good. Extend out through that hand, and then just spin your palm towards the ground as if you were pressing your hand down on a table. Keep pressing through that left heel. Keep pressing through your left hand. Take a breath in here and release. Beautiful work. Take the hips back towards the heels. Take the arms forward and stretch out those arms, coming up onto the fingertips, hollowing out those armpits. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat and really shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. Take a breath in, fill up your low back. Exhale, coming back to center, hands underneath your shoulders. Reset in this tabletop position. Pause. Low ribs pull in, toes tuck under. Get strong with the hands, and then lift those knees off the mat about 2 inches. Pull the low ribs in. Take a breath. Lift ever so slightly through the back of your head. Get strong through the whole body. Press through the balls of the feet. And release gently. Good. Taking that right leg back. Take your left arm forward. Find those ankle and wrist circles on this side now. Just breathe, keep strong through that foundation. So through the right hand and through your left knee, just continuing to support yourself with your body. Good. Coming back to center, spin your left palm to the ground as if you were pressing your hand down on a table. Flex your right foot. Good. And release. Coming back to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Reset. Bringing the hands underneath you. Make those little adjustments as needed. And then taking the ball of the left foot back towards the mat. Look back at your foot. Keep pressing through the hands. Get strong through the ball of that left foot. Start to hover that right knee. Start to pull your right knee into your chest. Pause. Good. Just feel yourself pressing into your hands. Getting strong. Press through the ball of that left foot. Hold. And from here, you're going to keep your knee bent. Keep pulling that heel in towards the glute. Coming into a downward facing dog with that knee, three-legged dog if you will. Lift your knee towards the sky, keeping the knee bent, keeping the heel towards the glute. And then pull that knee back into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift the knee to the sky. Keep your toes pointed. Press through the ball of that left foot. Good. Use your gaze. Pull the knee into the chest. Pause. One more time. Inhale. Lift that knee. Keeping that hamstring active by pulling the heel towards the glute. Pulling that knee into the chest. Go ahead and release that knee to the ground. Pause. Now spin those right toes out. Spin your left heel to the mat. Keep your right hand underneath your shoulder. Take that left arm to the sky. Just pause here. Now we're just going to shift the weight ever so slightly into that right hand. Lift your left foot, flex the foot. Start to reach that left hand over your left ear, one long line of energy. Good, and then you're going to release that left heel. Shift back into that left foot as you reach towards the back of your mat. Let's do that again. Shift into the right hand. Pick up that left foot. Flex the foot as you reach the left fingertips over that left ear. Everything stays hugging in. Release that left foot. Press through the outer edge of that foot. Reach your left arm back. Let's do that one more time. Pressing through the right hand. Pressing through that right knee. Strong through the body. And reach. The whole body's going to move together. So spin back to that tabletop position and reset. Beautiful work. Adding on. Go ahead and take that right foot back. Ball of the foot. Feel a little calf stretch here, and then pressing through the ball of the foot, through those hands, pull your left knee into your chest. Thigh to belly, keep pressing through the hands. Now keeping the knee bent, heel pulling towards the glute. Start to find that three-legged down dog, lifting the knee to the sky, gaze goes back. Inhale, nice and slow, shift forward. Breathe as you breathe, just let the breath guide you. Knee to the sky. Nice and slow, pay attention. Again, left knee pulls in. Knee to the sky. Beautiful, left knee pulls in. Pause. Good, release that left knee. Spin the toes out, and then spin that right heel to the mat. Make those little adjustments. Left hand right underneath that left shoulder. Press the hips forward ever so slightly as you find this gentle stretch. Reaching those right fingertips to the sky. And then from here, start to reach those right fingertips over your right ears. You lift the right foot, flex the foot. Shifting back, release that right foot as you reach to the back of your mat. Shifting that weight, pick up that right foot. Use your left hand and your left knee for support. Release that foot, reach. So good. One more time. And release. Good. Coming back to your center, come back to your tabletop and pause. Go ahead and tuck your toes under, take your hips to your heels, roll out those wrists, take a breath, check in. Adding on, we're going to come back to our tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, set up your tabletop. Adding on, we're going to step that left foot back, ball the foot. Good. Pull that right knee into the chest. Good. Lift the right knee to the sky. Come back, knee to chest. Pause. Start to spin your left heel to the mat as you extend into a side plank here. Stacking that right foot on top of the left. Open up. Press through the left hand. Good. Bend your right knee as you pull it into your chest. One movement. Come back to that shape. Reach the right leg high. Now you can extend that right leg, stretch it out. Good. Use that core body to step through to a lunge. Pause, placing the foot between your hands. Good. Keeping that back knee up. Press through the ball of that foot. Stand strong on this right foot, so pressing through the right big toe. Get your belly off your thighs. Start to airplane your arms. So reach those fingertips straight back. Find your balance. Back leg is strong. Pressing that thigh to the sky. Pull the belly in. Reach through those fingertips. And release, hands to the mat. Good. Point your right toes back as you pull the knee into the chest. Reach the knee to the sky like we did. And release to downward facing dog, our first one. So stretch this out. Check in. Good. Shifting forward to plank. Release to your tabletop. Pause. Hands underneath the shoulders. Step your right foot back. Ball the foot to the mat. Use those legs to pull your left knee into your chest. Just pause here. Good. Start to come into that three-legged dog. And then pull the knee into the chest. Start to shift. Pivot over to that right side. Stack that left foot on top. Open up into this side plank. If you fall, that's okay. If you need to drop that bottom knee, that's okay. Just find this space for yourself. Being mindful. And then start to pull that left knee into your chest as you come back to center. Here, extend the leg up. Good. Pulling your left knee in. Step through lunge. Pause. So scoot that left foot so it's right underneath the knee. Get strong through the legs. Belly off the thighs. Airplane your arms. Reach forward. Pause. Find your balance. Pressing through that front foot. Weight is in that front foot. Back leg strong. And release. Hands to the mat. Point your left toes. Pull the knee in. Extend that knee to the sky. Extend into that three-legged dog. And release, down dog. Good. Shifting forward to a plank here. Pressing the earth away. Pressing through the balls of the feet. And then coming down to the knees. Go ahead and come all the way down to your belly. Good. So bringing those feet in line with the hips. Press through the tops of the feet like we did in the beginning of class. And then hands are going to come a little bit underneath the shoulders. elbows are going to draw in. Just lift the chest as you squeeze the glutes to activate the low back. And then draw the elbows towards the back wall. As if you were trying to drag yourself forward onto the mat. Lift the chest. Use your back muscles. Exhale, release. Good. Keep pressing through the tops of the feet. Pull your belly in. Use your hands. Inhale. Use your back muscles. Pull those elbows to the back wall, to the back of your mat. Lift up. And release. Good. One more time. Nice and slow. On your own. Press through the tops of your feet. Squeeze your glutes. Draw the elbows back. Inhale. And exhale, release. Take a break. Pressing yourself back to a quick child's pose. Open those knees wide. Stretch it out. Check in. Notice what's happening in your body. And just bring yourself back to this space if your mind has started to wander. Bring yourself back to your body. And when you're ready, coming back to tabletop, where we began. Continuing to add on, go ahead and step that left foot back. Press through the ball of the foot, right knee to chest. Keep pointing the toes. Lift the knee to the sky. Good, knee to chest. Everything spins to the left side plank. Good, taking whichever variation feels good for you. Keep pressing through that left hand, reaching through the right, and then engage those obliques. Almost finding a curve through that left side. Good. Start to bend the right knee as you pivot back. This time, three-legged down dog. Right leg to the sky. Stretch. Step through to your lunge. Pause. Good. So stepping that foot, make those little adjustments. Pause. Keep pressing through the ball of that left foot, coming off of that front leg. Airplane those arms. Good, so we're really putting the weight into that front foot, up on the ball of that left foot, and your feet are not on a tightrope, so you can take a wider stance. You might wobble like me, but that's okay. Find your balance, take a breath. Use those leg muscles, start to reach forward. That's going to bring you in to our warrior two shape. And again, move your feet so that you feel supported in your foundation, supported in your base. Lunging deep into that right knee, keeping the weight in that front foot. Pressing through the outer edge of that back foot and then settling those shoulders right over the hips. Finding that strength and that softness we've been talking about. Pull the belly in. Lunge. Good. We're going to straighten that right leg. Hands are going to come in. Good. We're going to spin those toes and then heels in, toes out. Move those feet. We're going to bring those arms down right in front of the knees. So palms open, our first goddess or horse pose or a variation. Spinning to the outer edges of those feet. Pressing, so getting those backs of the legs involved. Arms are going to come down. Lift the chest ever so slightly. Inhale, straighten those legs. Reach your arms up. Exhale, find that bend in the knees. Palms come down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, continuing to build. Good, go ahead and straighten both legs, arms up. Move your feet, warrior two to the back of the mat. Bending that left knee, extend those arms. Gaze is soft, breath is fluid. Legs strong, breathe. Good. Good. From here, we're going to lunge to the back of the mat. Pick up your right foot. Lunge into that left knee. Make those adjustments. And then airplane the arms. Here we are. Beautiful work. Good. Inhale. Come back to warrior two. Bend that left knee. Lunge into it. Everything moves together. Straighten those legs. Arms up overhead and then spin the heels in. Arms open wide as palms come down in front of the knees. Bend those knees. Sit deep into this pose. Inhale, straighten the legs. Engage those legs to support. Exhale, squat down. Inhale. Spin your heels. Hands are going to come through heart. Make sure your legs stay engaged as you send your hips back behind you. Find a nice wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath. Maybe shake your head no, nod it yes. Check in. Staying active through the legs. You can find a halfway lift here, so hands right underneath the shoulders. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider. Just bend that right knee, pressing the knee out. You can keep your hands down or an added challenge, reaching those arms forward, but we don't want to compromise the low back. So listen and pay attention to your body. Good. Shifting sides, using those hands. Keep the legs nice and engaged. Good. One more time, each side, staying low in the hips. Just exploring. Everything's going to go to the right. We're going to move our feet, find that lunge, pause. Good. Plant those palms. Step back to your downward facing dog, or take your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's come back to tabletop. Breathe. From here, step your right foot back, pull that left knee in. Getting strong, hover, send that left knee to the sky. Exhale, bringing that knee in. Go ahead and shift over to the right, find that side plank. Reach up, press through that right hand. Start to bend that left knee, come back to your center, three-legged dog. Everything goes together. Step through to your lunge. Pause. Good, coming into that airplane shape, so move those feet, support yourself. Opening up into warrior two. Good, we've been here before. Start to explore it, lunge deep. Use your legs, use your belly, soften through the shoulders. Take a breath in. Sink a little deeper, finding that power in the feet. Good, inhale, coming into that star shape. We're just gonna move to the back, warrior two. Good, inhale, back to that star shape. Everything moves together, lunge, continuing to move. Pull that left knee in, step back to your downward facing dog or take your vinyasa, your choice. We meet in our down dog, take a breath in. Good, adding on. Go ahead and bend those knees, coming back to your tabletop. Take a few shoulder circles here. And then step that left foot back. Good, pulling the right knee in. Listen for the change. We're gonna go right into that side plank. Good, start to lift that top leg. Start to bend the knee, placing the ball of the foot. Lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Come into a little variation of wild thing. Shifting into the left hand even more, using that support. And then start to spin around, pivot on that left foot as you pull the hips up, pull that right knee in. Good, send that knee to the sky, extend the leg, three-legged dog. Step through to your lunge. Good, find those airplane arms, pause, belly in, stay strong in the legs, open up warrior two, pause. Good. From here, we're going to come into an extended side angle. So bringing that right elbow to your right knee, using that as leverage to stay lifted and supported. Start to reach that left hand over your left ear like we did in the beginning of class. Press through the outer edge of that back foot. Relax the space between your shoulder and your left ear. Breathe. Keep staying strong in that right leg. Everything moves together. Star, spin your right toes in. Exhale, plie, hands come down, squat. Inhale, star. Warrior two to the back, pause. Coming into that extended side angle, reach those right fingertips over the right ear. Breathe into that right rib cage as you continue to expand and stay strong in the legs, and then the whole body moves together. Find your lunge. Good, airplane the arms first. Release the hands to the mat. Pull your left knee into your chest. Spin to your side plank on that right side. Left arm to the sky. Pick up your left foot. Plant the ball of the foot as you squeeze your glutes. Find this variation of wild thing. Coming back to your center. Left knee to your chest. Good. Left leg to the sky. Step through to your lunge. Airplane those arms. Open up, warrior two. Pause. Inhale, star. Listen for the change. Exhale, fold. Wide-legged fold. Keep pressing through the feet. Take your halfway lift. Lunge to the back of the mat. Press that knee out. Hips shift back. Use your body weight to explore the movement while staying safe and aware. Good. Moving side to side. See if anything's unlocked or opened up. One more time, and then we're going to make our way to the front of the mat. Right knee bends. Step back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath and let it go. Good. From here, coming down to the knees. Keeping the knees together, sit your hips to your heels. Bring your arms down by your sides and bring your forehead to the mat. Breathing in to those shoulder blades. Go ahead, take a couple breaths here. Allowing your body to absorb all that movement. And when you're ready, go ahead and come up. You're going to take the knees somewhat apart, keeping the tops of the feet down like we did in the beginning of class. Start by bringing the hands to the low back. And the hands can spin out or they can spin down, but you really want to make sure you're supporting yourself here. So drawing the elbows together, just lift the heart, lift the gaze, pressing through the knees. And then just come back to center. Go ahead and bring your arms down by your sides. Roll out those shoulders a couple times. And we'll do that again. So from here, I want you to press through the knees, press through the feet. Reach your arms forward as if you're holding a yoga block, and then start to reach the arms up. Spinning those arms out. Go ahead and sit your hips to your heels. And bring the forehead to the mat, palms to the sky. Reach back towards the toes. We're going to move together, one fluid movement. Inhale, rise up. The arms reach forward. They reach up. We start to open the chest, spin the hands. Bringing the hips to the heels, forehead to the mat. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up, look up. Using your legs and feet as your foundation, staying soft and supple through the upper body. Come back to that final egg shape, if you will. Forehead to the mat. Relax. So one last time together. Inhale. Rise up. Arms reach forward. They reach up. Look up. Open those arms. And then just sit your hips to your heels. Hands to heart. Close your eyes. Bow your chin to your chest. Take a breath. Notice how you feel. And when you're ready, go ahead and shift hips to one side as you extend both heels out. Making those little adjustments if you need a block, but taking your hands to either side and just finding a forward fold, nothing forced. Trying to lead with the belly button as opposed to the chest so we don't find that collapse in the upper body. And it's not about touching your toes, but finding a safe, active stretch here without going past any stop signs or boundaries we may feel in our body. So this is always a good, important time to listen to your body, especially if we're pausing. Notice where your mind goes. Try to bring it back to your space. Good. From here, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, hands to the ankles. Press the feet together as you inhale, lift the chest. Find that little arch through the low back. As you exhale, go ahead and pull forehead towards the feet. Again, we want to press the knees out. Press the hips down. Relax the shoulders. Good. And then crossing the legs. You're welcome to take Shavasana here. Otherwise, this is where we'll end today. We're going to take one spinal twist together. So twisting over to one side, using that opposite hand for support. And switching to the other side. Coming back to center. Let's reach one arm up and over, using that opposite hand for support. And switching sides. Good. Coming back to center, hands to the knees. Roll those shoulders out one last time, and then gently close the eyes or find a steady gaze. just letting it all absorb and keeping this feeling with you the rest of your day, your week, wherever you are in the world. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Always giving ourselves this salute for showing up, for taking the time, for carving out this space. And now we take this feeling with us and let it create that ripple effect. We have the power to make or break somebody's day. And this helps us to make everyone's day. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Find that space of creativity and find some gratitude for whatever it is you're grateful for today. In that gratitude, we bow to this practice and to all things much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Ciao.